Oh, I'm here. I'm here, absolutely on time. Astro is never late. He arrives at the live stream exactly when he's intended to. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, there we go. How are you guys doing? So I did say in Hello Dave yesterday that the plan was to go and play with Pyro. There's been a change of plan, obviously. Wow. There's no... The Pyro thing is not active as I first thought it would be now, so we're going to be playing with the EPTU instead. There's some fun thing over there too. I mainly want to go and look at some of the tractor beams. I think that should be fun. So I think without further ado, let's just jump in game and let's see where this takes us. Let me see. I think the first thing I want to do is put my camera in the right corner. Whoop, and then I want to get rid of that QR code. It's on the graphics, maybe? Session information QR code. No! There we go. Now it's gone. I was considering whether I should have the crash counter. I had the crash counter on for the last live stream, and we didn't crash at all when we were playing on the tech review server. Now we're on the EPTU, but as Willy posts in chat, he says that he's been crashing every 5 minutes all day, so good luck. So maybe we're gonna keep the keep the crash counter on for now. Are there guilds and clans in Star Citizen? Okay, let's load into a server. Or let's just create a character. Kind of. Not really. Yeah, I know that. It's an annoying bug. No, skip the tutorial. System. Area 18. Yes. Okay. Interesting. I've had this bug before. Oh, well, there we go. Okay, so crash counter 1. I will not crashed yet. I'll accept 30K's crash to main menu. So regarding guilds or clans, there are what's called organizations or orcs. But right now they are actually only an outer game thing. That means you can sign up for the organizations on the forum, but they only exist on a forum. So yes, I do have an org called the Down to Earth Astronomy Club. We're not that active, to be honest. I'm not as active as I would want it to be. That's mainly my own fault. But I think the best you can do if you're looking for people to play with is to join the Discord server. There's plenty of people over there. Okay, we made it in. Let's see how... I'm just gonna do my quick... I always do this when I get in on a server, or when I get here, just between patches to see... Because I always use the same area here, so it's a good benchmark for me to see what kind of frame rates we're getting. And you probably can't read it because it's rather small, but it's sitting at high 30s, like 38. Now we just went up to 42. It went 44 when we went down this little corridor. When we're out here in this room here, we can see out over the city and all that. 40 is pretty good. Like high 30s, low 40s. That's pretty good. Is Pyro, like, no, there's no Pyro in this version. Pyro is only open in 8-hour increments. And there shouldn't be, I don't think there's any one of them online right now. So there's no pyro here on this server. That's the tech review server, and we're on the EPTUs. I know this is very confusing, especially if you're new to it. So just a quick rundown of the servers that we have right now. We have the PU, or the live server. That is, well, the live server. That's the current active version of the game. Then you have the PTU, which is the public test universe. And then you have the EPTU, which is either, I'm not sure if that's early PTU or if it's Evocati PTU or whatever it is, but it's at least an earliest version of an earlier stage than the PTU. That's EPTU, and then even earlier than that, you will have the tech review. Yeah, PU is Evocatio early. I don't know what it's for, but yes, PU is persistent universe. So that's the live service called the persistent universe. And then you have the PTU, which is the persistent test universe, and then you have the EPTU, which is then either Evocati or early. Let's call it early persistent test universe. So that's earlier than the PTU. And then even earlier than the EPTU, you have the tech review server, which is only pyro right now. Okay? Makes sense? So you have, like, this because CIG is working in two separate teams. So while one team is at the end of their developing cycle, the other one is starting. And that's why we sometimes see this, where you have both the PTU and EPTU. That's the two teams that are moving up towards the PU. So when the team that's on the PTU now gets in live, the other ones get moved to PTU, and then the first team moves back to the... Yeah, you guys get it. It's not complicated at all. Okay, I should probably get a tractor beam. There's fancy tractor beams here. Just get a tractor beam attachment. Yeah, it can be confusing, but yes. So we're pretty early on in the build right now. So we need a true hold. Do you have a true hold here? Oh, it's a true hold. Oh, it's okay without E. True hold. Okay, whatever. That makes not a lot of sense to me, but I'll accept it. There we go. Okay. Do flight sticks feel as good in this game as doing ED? Yeah, absolutely. Like, I fly exclusively flight sticks. I might swap over to keyboard and mouse only in cases where if there's problems with my key bindings and I just need to get out of a hangar or move my ship somewhere, then I might. But that's the only situations where I might swap over if, for instance, I have issues with key bindings, which you might do when you spawn on a new server. Then sometimes your key bindings are not transferred correctly, but this should be fine this time. And if people are wondering, I'll quickly do a quick tour of my flight setup while we are taking the tram here out to the spaceport. Let's get on board here, and then I will just go and see if I can remember how I do this. So we go there, there. Yes, so over here on the side, I have my horizontally mounted Constellation Alpha Prime. I recently changed this, so it now has a much more pronounced. You can see how quickly it springs back. I used to have it with the dampener active, so that I could leave it and it would stay in that position. But I set it up now so it jumps back. It's more natural and it's easier for me to find the center. So this is forward, backwards, strafe, side to side, strafe, up and down. Opposite side here, I have my other stick, and that's just as you would expect, a vertical one with pitch, roll, and then yaw side to side. And then finally up here in the front, I have a tablet that I sometimes can have extra things on. And then I have all the controls for like jettisoning cargo and self-destruct. I have all my flight instruments are controlled with some switches here, landing gears over here. And then there's just like an array of switches and buttons and things that I can use. Yes, and there's my sound bar, but that's not really for gaming. And I was just keyboard and mouse here as well if I need to if I need to use that as well. Okay. Perfect timing. Hello guys. Yeah, it's a really nice setup. I've been building it out over years and refining it, and I absolutely love this. It's a great flight setup. Okay, I think we should see if we have any of the new fun ships.
The ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
Super Hornet, Hurricane, Argo Cargo. Some of the ships should have working tractor beams now. I think the constellation Taurus might, because otherwise it should be the Argo SRV. That's the new one, right? How much money have they given us? Salvage? Yeah, salvage basically, but the Argo... I think the Argo SRV is the one that can actually tractor other ships, so you can bring other ships. How's the Whirlpool setup going? I mean, I've been using Whirlpools now for years, and for me, there's just no going back. I mean, it's an absolutely amazing... Okay, so they're giving us a lot of money. Let me see, there's no spaceport here. Yeah, I think the Taurus should have a tractor beam. So let's go and get the Taurus, and if nothing else, we can use the Taurus to go someplace else and see if we can find...
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Okay. I will head out in that direction, and then we can play with the tractor beams in the meantime. So New, that's why this area is so empty then, because everybody's out in New Babbage. Does anyone in chat have a starting ship recommendation? It depends what you want to do with the game. If you have, okay, so first of all, if you haven't created an account yet, getstarcitizen.d2a.com. That's the link you want to use. Then you get some extra starting credits. New cabbage, yes, new cabbage. Cutlass Black is quite expensive for a starter ship. I would say if you want to do combat, then what is it, the Titan? But I think the Scout is a really good all-rounder if you want a little bit of cargo, a little bit of everything. It's a good all-rounder. The Cutter Scout. The Cutter Scout. I haven't actually tried the Scout. What's the price of the normal cutter, the Drake cutter? That was the one I was thinking of, not the new Scout. We're just gonna get this thing out of here, and then we're gonna play around with the tractor beam. So let's power things on here.
Welcome to Armored Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check. You are clear to launch.
I know Calvin, he hates the flying toaster. Same, just as a massive upgrade on scanners. Okay.
Take off complete.
Okay. Landing gear up.
Landing gear raised. Thank you, and please visit again.
Can we actually see the tractor beam on this? Probably not when we're on the dark side of the planet. It's so confusing that there are things further out than microtech. I can't find a way around the system anymore. Like, where did microtech go? New cabbage, here we come. Wow, okay, look at that. How do we need 2 OM jumps in order to get around that? That doesn't make any sense to me. Also, one of the OM markers is very close. We're just gonna get flying so we begin to move out towards New Cabbage, and then out there we are going to... There we go. And then we're going to go and try to get to the tractor beam, and then we can do that while we're flying. We might have to go and do some kind of mission later to try and see if we can actually tractor things, but we can do that later. Okay, let's get out of the seat, let the ship do its thing, and then we're gonna go and see if we can find the tractor beam. I have seen the jump points. Not on this server, but... Okay, so we should be entering the lower turret. Where's the power button? There it is.
Welcome to aUEC Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
That's not a great view, to be honest. Okay. But I guess the position is okay, because if the cargo hold is open, it opens down right here. We should actually be able to take things out of the cargo hold from here and move it around. Max range 150 meters. Max force 1 meganewton. Nice. Max angle 3000 degrees. What? Is that what it says? Max angle 3000 degrees? I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. We're gonna have to go and find some cargo at some point. We might have to pick up a salvage mission or something when we get out there. Let's see, can we open this? So this is our cargo deck. And we're not gonna go down there, that's very dangerous. Even playing with turrets while in quantum can be a dangerous affair. What's the difference between the Taurus and the Anaconda? The Taurus has more cargo, if I recall, and some of that cargo is shielded. So you can see now the cargo hold is open, so we would now have access to basically tractor things out of the cargo hold here, and we could move it around. So that's actually a quite nice position. You have a pretty good view into the cargo hold, so I kind of like that. Yes, so the main difference is... I'll just show you guys here. Let's close that because I'm scared of an open cargo hold. Yes, so this ship, which is the cargo variant, has back here an extra little cargo hold here. So here we have the shielded cargo hold. That means if you're a if you're smuggling things, you can put the things you're smuggling in here, and those things cannot be detected on scan. However, on the other constellations, you will have a snub fighter back here. So you will have a little fighter seat you can jump into, and then you will have a fighter you can go out and fight in. You don't have that here. And obviously, if you go with the constellation Phoenix, the layout is completely different, and that's laid out as a passenger ship. So there's a lot more cabins, and there's a bar and a conference table and stuff like that. Whereas both the constellation Andromeda and this one has just a cargo hold. You've never seen the Phoenix? Oh, I love the Phoenix. It's a great ship. It's a little dated now, it does need an overhaul, I think, but it's a great ship. I'll see if I can, if we can find one. I think there's one in Lorville. Isn't it a Phoenix that's parked in Lorville? I think it's a Phoenix that's parked in Lorville. I'm pretty sure it's a Phoenix. That's a long way to Microtech. But with all the money they've given us, maybe we can even find a Phoenix out on Microtech. Well, no, we can't, because there's no shipyard out there. We can, of course, rent. We can rent the, at least the Argo. We can rent that, so that should be fine. Look at that. Oh, even the little docking hatch opens. So insurance is not really implemented yet, at least not in its final form. So the way insurance works right now is that all ships are insured all the times. So if you lose your ship, you just go to the nearest shipyard and you say, I would like to claim my ship. Then you claim your ship. And then you can, it takes some time depending on how big your ship is. There will be a wait time for the ship to arrive. And you can pay some in-game money to have it arrive faster if you want to. Yeah, essentially you can get your ship back for free, or you can pay the fee to get it back even faster. For the smaller, like beginner ships, like reclaim, oh no, they changed that in the recent patch. Reclaim times should just be, I think, a few minutes for most of them, and if you pay the fee, which would be like a few thousand in-game credits, then you'll basically get it back instantly. And just for like comparison, you usually get anywhere for killing one ship in a combat mission would usually yield you around 500 to 1,000 credits in bounty, and completing a combat mission can, depending on the difficulty, can yield you anywhere from a few thousand up to like 20,000 or more for a single combat mission. Yeah. And if you begin to smuggle illegal goods around, then you can easily make money in the millions every hour. We've had quite a bit of fun over in the live servers with that. But for now, at least, you get it back. But the idea is that insurance is not going to be active in the game before the game is actually live. Yeah, MTV, that's a good... Björn has a really good point. And when you go, if you go and look at ships on the store, let me just see here. Now it's gonna get a little complicated here, but bear with me here. If you go to the pledge store, right, and you take a look at some of the ships, right? Let's go. Just go with the game packs and see what they come with here. You will see, for instance, the C8 is also a great starter ship, by the way. If we click in and show more information about a ship here, you will see that this comes with a 6-month insurance. But what Björn is talking about is to always try to find ships that has a lifetime insurance on them, which is a really good. You probably won't find those here, but you can find ships sometimes, especially if there's a deal on. Often when they are discounted, they will also come with lifetime insurance. Or war bond, yes. So if you have war bonds, this that's the other thing we need. Hold on, let me just find this here. Hanger. Because what you can do is you can upgrade your ships. So if you want a specific ship and it doesn't come with lifetime insurance, what you can do is there is this upgrade system, right? So you can see I have a number of ships here. For instance, I have this hover quad. And my hover quad here is one I got from an event. So this one has a lifetime insurance. So let's say that I have a hover quad, right, that comes with lifetime insurance. And I then said, I would really like to have these, the cutter, right? I could go in and do an upgrade. So this has a value of $30 US. I could upgrade to a cutter and I would only pay the difference plus tax, right? So here the difference is $15 plus Danish tax. And that's what I will pay for that upgrade. But the lifetime insurance will carry over to the cutter. So instead of buying the cutter with a 6-month insurance, then you can just take a lower grade ship and upgrade it to get the lifetime insurance to carry over. That's why that whenever you get these like small ships that often is given out, like small surface vehicles, stuff like that, that's often given out during events, they're super nice to keep a hold on, because you can use them as what's called LTI tokens, lifetime insurance tokens. You just use them for upgrading later. So if you are going to buy a ship, you make sure you upgrade to something that has a lifetime insurance. I don't believe any of the starter packs have lifetime insurance as per default. You might have to go and... nope, there we go. You might have to go and get them... I would wait and see what happens during the Invictus launch week, which starts on the 17th. So it's in 10 days. Free fly starts in 10 days, and also the launch week. And during the launch week, you can try all these ships for free. So you don't have to go and spend money on it if you don't know which starter ship you like. You can go and you can find the starter ship, figure out which day it's on display. You can go in, you can get it for free, and play with it for like 2 days until a new set of ships on display, figure out what you like, and then after that you can then go and often doing these events, some of the ships will be on sale with lifetime insurance. So yeah, often as SpaceX eBob says, that often during the Invictus launch week, which is said again 10 days from now, a lot of the ship will be discounted, and they will have lifetime insurance on them as well. So I would actually say, do not go out and buy anything right now if you are considering Star Citizen. Create your account. Go to getstarcitizen.d2a.com and create your account. And then in a week, that's all you have to do for now. And then in 10 days, you can play the game for free from the 17th to and including the 30th. So almost the end of the month. Right? So you have almost 2 weeks to play the game for free, where you can try all the ships, figuring out what type of content you like, or if the game is something for you at all. And then at the end of the Invictus launch week, before it ends, because when the Invictus launch week ends, so does the discounts. So while the discounts are still on, if you at the end of the week still think, hey, this is something I want to go and spend some time with, Then you can go and get your game pack. You get it discounted. You get it with lifetime insurance. And then you have the perfect start. And again, as I said, if you use that link, getstarcitizen.d2a.com, and sign up from there, you get some extra starting money. And sometimes we haven't had it confirmed, but sometimes if you buy a pack doing an Invictus launch week, sometimes there's like if you buy a game pack, you will sometimes also get an additional ship for free if you do it doing Invictus launch week. It's not always they do it, but sometimes they will say, hey, welcome to the game, we're glad that you joined doing this event, and you will get like a little surface vehicles. Often it would be like I have a lot of these hover quads or dragonflies, these kind of things, because they always give these out at these kind of events, so I have those in bulk. But they all comes with life, so that's another one that comes with lifetime insurance. So it's another LTI token you can use later. So, highly recommend. Wait. Do you use the referral code when creating the account? Yes, so the referral code is there. It should apply automatically if you use that link that I mentioned, getstarcitizen.d2ea.com. It's in the description as well. But otherwise, if you don't, then you can use the link that is right here. And then also you will get some extra starter credits. So, but for now, sit tight, wait, and I'm upside down, I think. Oh, this thing cannot roll. Jesus Christ. I'm giving it full roll right now. There we go. Slow us down a little bit. I can't see a thing here. I'm blind. Okay, it's up there. For some reason, you have better night vision in third-person camera. So those lights up there should be the... Are they having a free trial right now? No, but they will in 10 days. On the 17th, they're starting a free fly. So 10 days, and you can play for free until the 30th. So that's 2 weeks of free fly events going on there. What happens if you have one ship and your insurance run out and explodes? Are you just stuck? I don't know. As I said, insurance has not really been implemented. We don't really know exactly how it's going to work. But I would expect that they're gonna say that maybe you're gonna be able to get one of your starter ships back or something like that. I don't know. Or maybe you're just gonna have to make do with like hitchhiking around and try to get some money like in that way until you can pay your insurance. Please proceed to assigned landing bay, which does not show up. Great. So now we're gonna have to try and find our hangar in the dark without... Sorry, request again?
That request has already been granted.
Yeah, okay.
That request has already been granted. That request has already been granted.
I have my lights on. You can see the lights there. That's it. That's all we get of headlights on this thing. Can you customize your ship HUDs on? Nah, no, so they're different from ship to ship. You can customize them in the way that you can say, like, oh, up here I would like to change this HUD to, let's say power management. And I can swap that over to power management. Okay, with the size of our ship, now that we're actually in range, I would expect it to be one of these top-down hangars that's ours.
You are clear to launch.
I'm clear to launch. Thank you. I would also like to land first. So it could
Please
be...
proceed to assigned landing bay.
So it could be either of these two here that's ours. Since they're open. Okay.
That request has already been granted.
I am not requesting anymore. I am just gonna... I need to just
Request has already been granted.
turn that...
Thank you, and please visit again.
I'm gonna land in this hangar. I don't care if it's mine or not, then we're just gonna get impounded. For trespassing in another guy's hangar. Yeah, that's not my hangar.
Warning, you are blocking an active flight bay.
Let's get out of here.
Please vacate the vicinity. Initiating ship storage procedure. For your safety, please vacate the area. Thank you for your cooperation. Initiating ship storage procedure. For your safety, please vacate the area. Thank you for your cooperation. Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
And the ship has been impounded. That's okay, we made it out. I'm gonna turn the crash counter on. We can turn it on if we actually get a crash this time. There we go.
Located downtown with a luxurious Aspire Grand.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
So now we have to pay a fine.
That vehicle is currently
Remember,
impounded. Your
your
vehicle
belongings
has been
belong
moved
to
to
you.
our storage facility.
Keep a careful watch on all personal
Okay,
items.
we pay our impound fee, that's fine. I know it's not here that we are getting it. I'm just gonna see what kind of ships they have for rental, if there's anything that I potentially would want to go and play with here. Oh, they actually have a Phoenix here. So the guy who wanted to see a Phoenix, let's just rent that for a day. Yes, I know I turned the crash counter on.
You are clear to launch.
Looking for a good time? Be sure to visit
I'll turn the crash counter back on if we actually have a crash.
Right on the metro loop.
But now we're gonna go and get ourselves a Argo SRV.
Thank you, and
Next
please
loop. Oh,
visit again.
oh, hey, okay, we need the crash counter anyway. There we go. I had the audacity to turn the crash counter off at the game. The game. Oh. I jinxed it. Okay. Let me just do this. That's what you get for jinxing it. Oh, we're gonna have to jump back in again. I thought it was a crash counter of you crashing a ship. Ah, no. So that would be, I mean, that's no fun. Oh, well, we could add that ship destruction counter too. No, I added it last time because Okay, we are new cabbage. Okay, good. I added it last time because we were playing on the tech review server, and CIG said that that server was going to be extremely unstable, and we should expect a lot of bugs and a lot of crashes, and it should just be an absolute nightmare. So I was like, okay, that should be fun. Let's have some fun with it. And I added a crash counter before last live stream, and then it didn't crash at all, and we had a completely stable server for like 3.5 hours. And then I was like, okay, but now it crashes. Pudu has a good point here. He says that the crash recovery, see, the crash recovery worked. So we actually spawn in the elevator right where we left off. I like this. This is new. New signs. Very pretty. We are going to the expo here. This is just a test server for the expo. I don't think it's like fully working, or at least hopefully we should be able to just see the Argo SRV. Train waiting simulator. That display could use a few more pixels. There's some LOD blending not working on that object, I think. But not for that one. That one is working for. There's a new shop at Aspire Grand. Oh, we're gonna go and have some fun at New Babbage then. Jesus, it takes forever. This is working. So we are out here at the Interstellar Spaceport. And then we are taking it in here, where we first have the Commons. Then we have the Expo Center right after, and that's where we are going now. And after the Expo Center, we're heading all the way over here to the Aspire Grand, where there's allegedly a new shop. 30 seconds. Just gonna check something here. Look at that. Pixels are fake. There are multiple colors inside the pixels. True says, never get tired of getting in and out of ship. Yeah. I mean,
now approaching station.
that's the wrong way. Right on schedule. Nice. Is griefing a big problem in the game? It's a thing you need to worry about, but it's not a big problem. Like, it's been months since I met another person trying to PvP me, and in the vast majority of cases, I'm able to just run away. So it's not, for me, it's been extremely rare that you get into the situation where you get attacked and just can't get out and you end up getting destroyed. In most cases, it's more of an annoyance where you're gonna have to go and say, okay, I was in the middle of doing something, so now I have to go and run and go someplace else, maybe switch to a different server or whatever. Or just go to another part of the system and wait for him to bugger off and then go back and do what you were doing. Yeah, you should remember to lock your ship, because while meeting active PvPers, it's a lot more common that people will try to sneak on board your ship. It's not necessarily that they want to steal your things, but just for the lulz. I mean, oh, look at that. They even put up a sign. So, but just remember to lock your doors or close your doors before you leave. How do you lock it? I think there's a key binding for locking your doors. They should be locked. Oh my god, there is a ship inside the... What the hell? You're not supposed to be here. Can we open the hatch? Nope, nope. That's oh. Poor little Aurora. This Aurora identifies as a city transit shuttle. You're not. That's hold on. We should actually not get out here. This is the commons area. Oh, hello, dude. Watch behind you. There's a ship. Can you hear me? Oh, we're stuck in a queue. Look at that. Hello? Your hair is transparent. Okay. Good day to you, sir. With the top hat. Is my microphone... I'm just gonna check if I actually have the right microphone selected here. Hello. Okay. I'm noticing a lot of LOD blending issues where things are just... Dungle is gonna have a field day. Everything is purple. Oh yeah, Dungle, people were talking about why do they blur the icons. I don't think they're blurring the icons. I think it's an LOD blending thing where it's supposed to go down to a lower texture mode when you go far away, and then it doesn't register it when you go close, so then it just messes everything up. Do I have the audacity to suggest that the Star Citizen might have bugs? Try changing graphic settings. I don't think there's any holes that might... We've seen this before when they're testing. Don't think it's working, my friend. Now, I've seen this before where some servers, it just won't work. And you have to go to a different server sometimes. So we might have to try that. But what we can do in the meantime is we can head to the Aspire... Oh, no, we're just going to swap servers, then we're going to spawn at the Aspire Grand. Let's jump to main menu. Okay, that server won't let us in. That server won't let us in. US servers will let us in. If you have a ship in your bed, can you just log out in space, and then when you log back in, you're still be in your ship? Yes. Do I use a HOTAS? Yes, I do. Do they restrict use on geolocation? Usually not. It might be that they only have the EU and US servers online for this test. Again, we are on the EPTU server right now, so. Okay, at least the elevator is here. That has been an issue in the past. Rasmus Rasmussen. Welcome. That sounds like a very Danish name. Doors, please. Okay, so you said there's a new store? It is indeed. Welcome, fellow Dane. What is this? Low poly sign? Oh. There's a new store. With... I love these kiosks. So you have this like, okay, you can like... You can buy a spacesuit and a backpack. Fair enough. We're in space age, maybe that's common. You can buy a t-shirt. Maybe you want like a candy bar and something to drink or whatever, you know, what you would expect to find in a... What you would expect to find in a little convenience corner store. And then, of course, there's the gun racks. Because why not? I love how everybody is just squatting on the chairs. Hello. I'll join you guys. This looks fun. I want to try it too. There we go. Would you like a submachine gun with your soda and chips? Hey! Hello! Hey, dude! What up? I was...
Shit!
Yeah. Not so tough now. Oh! Oh! Where's my crash counter? Yeah, might have to we'll see if we can't get... we'll just jump back on the US server, or well, a new US server then, and see if we can't get to... actually can't get and rent the ship. It seems to be a lot more stable when you're outside of New Babbage. Might be because there's just too many people on it, on that place at once. And that shouldn't affect it, because server meshing is technically not in yet, is it? Unless they've sneaked in server meshing in this patch without telling anyone. It wouldn't be unlike CRG to do something like that, to be honest. Okay, we can only choose best now. They've disabled the ability to pick server regions. Oh, it thinks I'm in combat because I pulled the tractor beam out. Yeah, D2A confirmed combat logger. Yeah, server hopper prevention for PvP. Yeah, exactly. Come on. Is it trying to reconnect to the server that just 30k'd? Because I was technically in combat, so it's preventing me from... Like, it's trying to get me back to the same server, maybe? Question mark? And then it realizes that that server doesn't exist anymore, and then it says, oh, then we probably need to move him to another server, and then it's gonna take a bit of time. I've been collecting like silly clips from Star Citizen, so whenever silly clips or silly thing happens, I have a little button I can press here on my Steam Deck, and then it saves the clips. And then my plan is when I have enough of them to make like a video just like your average play session in Star Citizen, and just have like clips of silly funny bugs that happens. Can open console see if the entries are loading. It says something has been running for a long time, and then they have some timers here where it's running for 1 minute, 2 minutes. I don't think we're gonna get... Oh, hold on. I think maybe something happened there. Hey, we made it in. No crash recovery for us this time. Almost, at least. It remembered... That's an interesting HUD. Why is my HUD like this? Oh, that fixed it. I could hear the elevator arrive. The door didn't open. See? Now we have proper textures. It's no longer the low poly stuff. So that's a good sign. Pun intended. Oh, not really, but... Okay, sorry. That was just a little funny. Oh, oh, oh! Yes! Yes! Yes!
Careful, doors are now closing.
Really wish this wasn't daylight. New Babbage is so pretty. I love that they managed to get this queue system to work. In the past, they would just clip inside each other. But now it's actually proper working. Well, assuming that this thing is actually gonna move. There we go.
The capsule.
Citizens for Pyro. Be right back. Okay. Am I also streaming on Twitch? Only here. Only here. There's no more Twitch streams because Twitch decided to ban multi-streaming and then they decide to unban it, but by that time, well, damage is done. I'm not coming back to Twitch. So it's only here. No expo hall. Aww. Oh, that's the new Racing Fury. Fury LX. I don't know what to do if maybe the expo hall is just not on at all right now. It looks like... I'll look if there's a specific... Yeah, thank you. That would be great. Floor is wet.
The capsule will be leaving the station momentarily.
Spy grants the wrong way. I think we're just gonna go and play with the towels in the meantime.
Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear of disembarking passengers. Capsule now approaching station. Stand clear.
The expo hall is not working. I don't think she heard that.
Careful, doors are now closing.
In-game buying ships. So right now every ship has insurance. Like every ship, whether you got them in-game or out-of-game, they have full insurance. Full lifetime insurance. At least all you buy in-game will have. But again, there might be periodic wipes. So everything just has insurance right now. And at some point in the future, when the game is released eventually, then insurance will become a thing. So right now, insurance is not something you need to worry about. Only when you buy ships in the store, then you probably want to try to see if you can get them within a lifetime, just so that you have lifetime insurance when the game is launched. But for now... okay, crash counter, 1 up. It said many times that you will never lose a ship that you have purchased. Yes, but then I don't understand why they sell them with insurance if they... Like, I don't understand the insurance thing, how they're going to implement it if they also say that anything you buy with real money you're never going to lose. But does that just mean you don't lose it, you just have to pay some in-game money to get it back? It may just become less free. I don't know. It still thinks I'm in combat. Yes, okay, so they've said, so what I don't understand is if they said you will never lose your money, what will happen if you have a ship in game that you paid real money for, your ship insurance has expired, then what? Will it just mean that you will have cheaper insurance than your ships you buy for in-game money? Does it... I don't know. I don't understand how that's going to work because as Eric correctly says, what happens if you don't have in-game money? What happens if you lost all your money in-game? So you can't pay your insurance. I guess the ship won't really be gone. Ooh, there we go. That was a quick one. Well, let's update the crash counter. Just gonna do a launcher restart. Oh, oops, sorry. Okay, so Dio says that a lot of players are reporting massive crash of desktops very often, especially on AMD GPUs, but NVIDIA seems to be less. I'm on an NVIDIA GPU, but an AMD CPU. Let the crashing begin. Yeah. Some made workarounds by undervolting their GPU. I'm not going to undervolt my GPU because of an EPTU test. Hold on. I'm in a ship? Nope. oh, okay, crash recovery worked. It just hadn't loaded in. Welcome back to reality, good sir. Impressive that it managed to crash recovery me into a moving shuttle. Does the Drake Vulture have tractor beams? I don't think it does. Because I'm thinking if we should go and play with the Taurus, how do we do that? Where do we find some boxes we can move around? We could buy some cargo for it. Like, if we jump back to the commons, we should be able to buy cargo and then we can play around with that. Should we do that? I think that would be the best option to get some quick cargo on board. We're back to no textures. Yeah, I know I can, but I want to play with the new, like, ship-based tractor beams.
Capsule now approaching station.
I actually think...
Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
I actually think they made the Vulture have one... they swapped up one of the Abrade with a...
Stand clear of disembarking passengers.
with a tractor beam, so it has a tractor beam on the front now. Oh, the guy with the top hat again. Because I have a normal tractor beam there.
Careful, doors are now closing.
But I think the fastest way to play around with that tractor beam would just be to... Yeah, it's at the front. I want to try it on the Taurus. I think that could be fun. No. No. I don't want to... I should just keep this menu open so I have to open it all the time every time I crash. There we go. That's it was very stable for like the first hour or so, 45 minutes, and now it's just crashing left and right. Yeah, I think we're gonna try to see if we can make it into the comments area and actually buy some cargo and then get out of New Babbage, because I have a feeling that that might have something to do with it. The hall should always be online. Okay, well, when we get back in after we got some cargo, let's try to go back and check the halls again. Now, what do you guys think? Let me hear in chat. Let's say within the next, until the top of the hour, that is in 47 minutes from now. No, it's 45 minutes. The two computers do not agree on the time. That one's wrong. Great. In 44 minutes from now, when we get to the top of the hour, what do you guys think the crash counter is going to be at that point in time? Let me see some guesses in chat. Where do you think we are? Alex says 10, 42, 8, 3 more, which is 8. So 8 and 10 and 9. A few guesses on 12. Oh, where are we? Where are we? Aspire Grant.
Careful, doors are now.
And where is this going? I guess we'll find out. Okay, so this one's heading to the spaceport, which is not where we wanted to go. Okay, zooming in, going fast, going slow, fast, slow, fast. It didn't even make it to the spaceport. Oh, come here, crash counter. Alex, like, I'm upping my guess to 20. So that was 3 minutes that crash took us. I'm guessing a lot of the people that are just standing around are people who are crashed. Just the character haven't despawned yet. Did we just crash before we even got in game? I guess we gotta make that 7. So those are you guys who guessed 8. Do you want to have another guess? That's a nice save, Bob. Bob is like, I meant 9 more. Yeah, we still have 40 minutes until the top of the hour. Okay, loading screen. Well, that's good. We're in the menu. Still not able to change. I still think we're in combat. We're probably stuck for that like that forever. Yeah, if we just keep crashing like this and we can't get in game and do anything, then we might just... we put up the challenge, but we could... There's a bit of a while since they made Inside Star Citizens, is it? But they did have that demo of this the Star Engine demo. That could be quite fun to watch. Can we just talk about... I made a video a while back, and I know this has been a discussion topic in the Star Citizen community for a while. But I made a video a while back where I talked about how the product that CIG is developing is not Star Citizen and it is not Squadron 42. Those two are just means to an end. But what they're actually developing, there's just by a grant, and we're coming from, I don't know. But what they're actually developing is the Star Engine. They're developing a space engine, and their end goal for CIG is to sell that engine to other game companies so that they can, just like Unreal, just like all the other engines that is out there, that's their end goal. And there were a lot of discussions in the chat where some people seem to agree and think that's something that they think, and others people seem to think that it was just, I don't know, too speculative. But now they're actually beginning to promote it. Server meshing demo, yeah. Yeah, and the tools, obviously, all the developing tools that comes with the engine. Oof. Every time you just get a stutter now, I'm gonna just look into the floor, just like this, and just... So the game doesn't have to load anything, just keep that floor panel alive. That's all you have to do, game. I'll only look up when the train stops. There we go again. Okay. Crash counter. Alex, can you find that panel, the server meshing panel, and then let's watch that while we try to load in. Just DM it to me on Discord or something. It's like when we all plug our ears and close our eyes and go la 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 la. Exactly. Oh, there we go. Another one straight from the menu. And 9. Thank you. I see it.
Right.
Oh my god.
Right. Hello, everyone.
Okay, let's go and watch this panel while we wait for this to load in, and then we're just gonna tap out a few times and try to see. So this is the panel on server meshing. This is for those who are new to the game. We have a few guys here who haven't played the game, who may not know what's going on here. Server meshing is one of the cornerstones that is still missing in order for, at least one of the pillars that they have identified themselves a couple of years back. That's one of the pillars that needs to be fulfilled before they can actually go live with the game. They had a talk a while back at a CitizenCon. I think it was called something like Road to Release or Road to Launch or something like that. And server meshing is, instead of the way the game functions right now, where everyone is on the same server and the entire system is hosted by the same server, the idea with server meshing is that we're going to be able to have different systems or different areas in a system, if it's a very big system, run by separate servers, and you're basically, as you're transitioning from one area to another or from one system to another, you're going to be able to just have that you seamlessly are transferred between these servers. Let's jump back in here. And that's one of the things that they were trying, that they have this talk is about. So just to give people a little bit of context about what it is that they're going to see here in a second. But while that's loading, let's go and watch a bit.
So, persistent entity streaming, replication layer, and beyond. My name is Paul Reindel. I'm Director for Online Technology. And I'm going to show you a little bit insight in our technology for persistent entity streaming and the replication layer. I thought about what's the best way to show you something about that tech. And I thought about putting some technical drawings.
Hold on, we're in game. Let's just quickly see. We're on the way out to the spaceport. Let's watch while we wait for this.
On the slides, or maybe show video, like we did 2 years ago. But really, the best way to show you how persistent entity streaming works is to give you a live demonstration. And that's what I'm going to do. All right. So this will all be live, so please bear with me if there's any glitches. So let's keep this rolling. I think I'm supposed to press the button. No, it's already switched. Before we start, a little bit, I just give you a little bit an overview what you see here. Let me set up everything.
You know it's an actual live presentation when they have to just, we need to click a few buttons, because if that was pre-cooking, sometimes when you do live demonstrations, you could, just like you have like...
So on this left side, you will see
with some concerts, right? That they will have like a backtrack, and then they will just mimic along to it. You could do the same thing here, right? You could imagine that they were just pretending, but I have a feeling this is legit with the amount of like random windows opening left and right.
On the bottom side, you will see the server
Unless,
renderer.
again,
So for
did
this
it that to make it
demonstration,
real, to seem real.
and I start a second client, I'm just stopping that. Sorry about that.
Let's just quickly see where we're at here. Try to get back in again.
This is live, all right. So again, on this side, you see the client. And he just logged out because I started a second client. So let's do this again. One more time. On this side, you see the server renderer, which is currently, it has nothing streamed in. I'm showing a small demonstration level. And on this side, you see the entity graph, which is our online database. That's powering what you see in persistent entity streaming, what you play since 3.18.
There's another crash in the background. We're gonna keep trying. We have that. We need to figure out where, like, we're gonna keep farming crashes here because we need to get to where the counter is at the end of the stream here.
And I also have some metrics on the screen which shows the entity graph worker, the requests per minute, per second, the mutations, and you also will see entities created and destroyed once I do that. All right, so let's wait for my client to come up and join this level. So the first thing that will happen when I join this level, you will see on that server, everything streams in.
Oh, okay.
And my client get connected and also streams in everything on the client view. What would happen on the behind the scenes is that my player just got unstowed into that chart, and we at real time created everything for this player. So you will see his body is attached to the player. You will see his GameGlass, his head with all his customizations, his undersuit, and then all his customizations as well on the undersuit.
Jesus Christ. That's a lot more complicated than I thought it would be.
What you also see is that this player just got unstowed and attached to a static zone object container. And this is how our zone system works. Basically,
so hold on
the server you will see...
Are those four then... because it looks like he has 3 servers running, right? The blue, green, and red one. But there's 4 of them here, so I wonder if those are the servers?
3 different zones, purple, green, and red. And each zone comes with its own coordinate system and its own physical grid. And this is how we actually, on live, do zone transitions between your ship, empty space, space station, or a planet. And you will see, as I walk between those zones, I will, at real time, update it in that entity graph. And this all happens seamless. So for a client, this is completely transparent. You don't notice that. But this is actually what's happening when you step in or out into a ship. And this is very unique to our engine. No other engine has this zone system. And that allows us to do all the amazing stuff you saw in the videos before, transitioning in and out of planets and go.
Oh, we got a higher quality version? Yeah, because this...
My job at L'Oreal, making an impact on people's lives.
Jesus Christ, YouTube. How many ads do you want us to watch? Mm-hmm. Oh, did you already fast forwarded to the right spot? Let's see, we're around here, I think.
Everything we do in a shot.
Yeah, this is 4K.
So this is like a mini level, like the mini PU level, is also persisted in this database. When we create new entities in our engine, in Star Engine, those entities get pushed into our entity graph, into our online database at real time, and then from there replicated to our client. So if I go ahead
Okay, I'm just farming crashes here in the background. We're up to 12 now. I was tapping out sometimes just to hold on. Submit all the crash reports.
And spawn a couple of plushies here. You will see they spawn, they get created immediately on my entity graph and replicated on the server and on the client. So spawn a couple more here. And you see this, the pengus I spawn in the other zone get attached to the other zone. And then if I go and transition one of those, they will also transition between the different zones. And this.
Can we just appreciate the fact that there's no like death magic with just picking up a thing and moving it around. No, we just take the pistol and shoot it and move it around like that. I love that that's how they do their testing, or at least their demo. Because, you know, you would expect maybe if you want to move things around, maybe you would have given the character a tractor beam or something. No. We just take a pistol and shoot the thing. I mean, they have a tractor beam, a working tractor beam.
Same works for ships or more complex entities. If I spawn this buggy here, you will see this one gets created with all its attachments and everything else attached to it. And this is just my small demo level here. On live, we have up to 600,000 dynamic entities that get created for one single shard. And this is...
I was about to say, like, this is a simple level. And it already, just look at the entity tree here. I mean, you can imagine why it gets so finicky sometimes when you begin to fill your cargo hold with boxes and stack them on top of each other, and they're gonna... Rather amazing that this thing is actually still running. Just gonna see we're about to get in here, or... Yeah, I know this is just normal object containers, but it's still, I mean, even though I know this is just the way we transition between systems.
Just the initial state after.
Like transition between ship and on foot, or ship and space, or whatever. I'm still quite impressed that I mean, you would think like, okay, how many objects can be in a car, right? I mean, we know that the wheels can fall off, so they're probably separate objects, but you never really think of how quickly an entity tree like this can grow with just a few objects.
After 2 weeks, 3 weeks of gameplay, when you guys go in and destroy stuff, spawn stuff, play around, it goes in the millions of entities. So this in itself is pretty amazing tech. The next time I want to talk about is our streaming system.
Submit crash report. Close that. Update the counter.
Most engines do stream on texture or geometry. We actually stream entities, and we do stream persistent entities. So when I turn on the streaming system here and I walk into this, if I walk over to the red area, you will see that the purple area will stream out together with all the entities on that server. So it does not only stream out on my client, it actually streams out on that server. And when I come back in the green zone, that purple zone streams back in with all the entities in there with their full persistent state. So now I have a second player join. Benoit is going to join me. So Ben, if you want to join, okay, I think you see him over there. Hey, Ben. Sorry. Nice. All right, I'm going to spawn a couple more penguins here. Because the next thing I want to talk about is new technology we are right now developing.
Gonna check here where we are at. Really want to try and get a hold of that ship, but right now we can't even get in game. It might be because we're tapping out, I don't know.
Developing, and we are about to put on the tech preview for you to play. And this is actually the replication layer split. And that's the big next step in our great vision, obviously, as you might know. So in this demo, my client and my servers, they are no longer directly connected. Actually, I have a new service running here, and that is our replication service. So my client is connected to this replication service, and my server is connected to this replication service. And the replication service, the sole purpose is to get all the entities which are in the entity graph and stream them to clients and servers which are connected to.
Hold on, so what is this layer doing again? It takes... So it's like a middle layer between the servers and the client? Or we in game? Do you understand that correctly? So it's a layer that just handles the streaming of items between server and client. Or how do you guys understand? Between server and player, which handles persistence and streaming, yes. Okay, so it is just a layer in between. Oh, this elevator is full of people. Hello, everybody. Is anyone here at all?
Careful, doors are now closing.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they will explain it in more detail later. I just wanted to understand it before we move on. And now that we're actually in game, I also just wanted to... So it seems every time we are about to go out to the spaceport. People say that the trigger is tractor beam. I don't know. For me, it seems to be shuttle rides. Boom. There's another one. We still have like 20 minutes of crashing. Alright, let's continue.
And what's really cool about this is, let's do a little experiment here. I mean, you all know our game has bugs. It's still alpha, and sometimes things can happen.
No bugs at all.
So let's see what's happening when I kill my server here. And so this is my server, the actual console. So let's just shut it down. And yes, this is where you would usually see a 30K or something. You can see Benoit kind of froze there for a bit. And the buggy does a bit weird stuff. I can shoot those pingus, but the world is really in a frozen state right now. But I didn't disconnect, because I'm connected to the replication layer and not to the server anymore. In the meantime, I'm just starting a new server. Let's be a bit patient for it. It should come back online in a second.
Oh.
And as you can see, now that the server came back, it restored the state.
Wow, okay.
Go to motionray.com to add this to your video and that.
Okay, that is actually pretty cool. That is actually pretty sick. Hold on. So that means as long as their replication layer can stay, I mean, the replication layer can crash too, but as long as their replication layer can stay active and kind of keep the client in contact with CIG, they can then handle just spawning. But in the demo here, it took him like a few seconds to spawn a new server. But I would expect that in reality, they might actually be able to have like standby servers, just like have a server spawned that would be ready to take over. I don't know if they can do stuff like that, but imagine if they could have a few. Imagine they have like, I don't know, 50 servers that's currently populated with players and people are playing on, and then they have 2 or 3 just standing by, no players, just empty, ready to go servers that's already spawned and ready. And if a server were to fail, then that server would be ready to just immediately be taken over by the replication layer. I guess they could do stuff like that. So you will see a not a stutter like an FPS stutter, but a server stutter where suddenly you won't be able to interact with items or stuff like that. But most importantly, you won't be 30K'd. You won't see what we've been seeing here. Well, this is a crash desktop, this is different, but you won't be 30K'd all the time. That is pretty damn cool. And as you could also hear from the audience, let's just see that reaction from the audience again. That was pretty amazing. Oh, no.
And I just killed my server, and I'm trying to do that again. But this time, we're doing something different. In the meantime, I'm just starting a new server. Let's be a bit patient for it. Should come back online in a second. And as you can see, now that the server came back, it restored the state.
That's pretty cool.
It restored the state, and the simulation just continues to work as before. So this will be, again, this is very early tech, but this is a great benefit of what we have with our replication layer split. But there's one more thing.
We are at the... didn't see where we were. But this guy was in the subway before as well. Oh, we were just at the spaceport. We should have gone out. Nah. Then we could at least have left. Or we could just crash the desktop again. $14? No. Not 14. Make that 15. We have a bet going on, Hawks. We want to see how many crashes we can get before the top of the hour. We still have 13 minutes left. Most people were guessing 8, 10, some people at 12. Some people are guessing 42, which might actually be very realistic if the crash frequency keeps up like this.
And let's try this thing again. I just killed my server, and I'm trying to do that again. But this time, we're doing something different. So let's first go in here. This is my development tool. I can talk about it in a second. So let's stop that server again. And restart. And this will take a little bit. I'm running this tool you see here. This is our internal development tool. This tool runs the entire stack of our game on this PC. This is obviously for development only, and I can do that with my small test level. But this really helps online devs and all people who work on the incredible, complicated tech we hear to be able to develop our game.
Do you see what that was? There's the marketing spiel. There's them selling Star Engine to other developers. That's exactly what was going on right there. Okay, hold on. We're back at the menu. Let's keep farming those crashes here.
And because I run everything on this PC, it's a bit slow. So let's wait and see what's happening here. All right. Simulation continues. I can see Ben moving again. Hey, Ben. However, what just happened? Well, as you can see on my screen, I no longer have one server connected. I have 3 servers connected to this replication layer. So what you guys see here, this is the very first version of a working server mesh.
Very nice. Oh, now it makes a lot more sense. The guy cheering in game. Where are we here? We are still just spinning. Okay, that's not good.
All right. So now I'm going to explain a little bit how this magic works, because it is truly magic. Each server, when it came up and the replication layer realized there are 3 servers, we assigned different zones to those servers. And we said, okay, server 1, you are the authority over the purple area. Server 2, you are the authority over the green area. And the last server is authoritative over the red area. You can still see that those servers have all those entities replicated, but only the entities within their zone are actually authoritative on that server. So while I'm in this green zone at the moment,
if you want to make money online as an affiliate marketer, you may find this a little.
Oh, well, we made it to the loading screen. Hold on. Now let's just keep watching here. I was considering to swap. No, I'm going to do that. Hold on. I'm just going to quickly swap over to my private account. There we go. Because my private account has YouTube Premium. Oh, I'm about to say, hey, we're in game, but no, we are not. we are back. We're back here, and we're gonna. God, and imagine if you could sell server crashes for SCU or for UEC.
his undersuit, and then all his customizations as well on the undersuit.
We skipped forward a little bit. Hold on, it's just.
What your customizations, his just got into that chart, and we had real-time created everything for this player. So you will see his body is attached to the player, able to develop our game.
Where are we?
Explain a little bit how this magic works, because it is truly magic. Each server, when it came up and the replication layer realized there are 3 servers, we assigned different zones to those servers. And we said, okay, server 1, you're the authority of. You can still see that those servers have all those entities replicated, but only the entities within their zone are actually authoritative on that server. So while I'm in this green zone at the moment, my entity is simulated on that green server and just replicated on the other server. And now, as I transition between those zones, you will see that on that green server,
that was seamless.
I just lost authority, and on that purple server, I just gained authority. And because my player was replicated on both servers, this completely works seamless. And again, let's do that a couple of times. You see on my client here, I don't notice any.
Can we just appreciate, we just saw it there, they should really highlight that more, that they can be standing, even though that there's different servers running different areas here, they are standing on 2 different servers, and one is jumping and you can see it, even though we're connecting to different servers. That's actually amazing.
Anything of that. This all happens behind the scene. And this doesn't work only on me. Let's turn on the zone colors and the object, the authority assignment on the client as well. You can see that even entities, as they transition into the other zone, seamlessly transition to that zone. And not only that, I can also interact with entities that are on the other side. So if I go on the green zone, for example, and I shoot this, I can still shoot that purple entity. And I can also just go ahead and destroy that buggy which sits on that other zone. There you go. Always fun to...
You're still loading here.
Blow stuff up, right? All right. So there's more to this. The first thing I will do, let's spawn a fresh buggy. I just destroyed my old one. When I go into this buggy, I will become part of the aggregate. And that means that now my buggy and myself will transition authority together. And this is how we make sure that my player, while he's driving this buggy, is always authoritative on the same server. So you can see, as I drive around with this buggy between the zones, I will switch between the different servers. All right. But there's more to this. So remember when I turned on the streaming earlier? The same streaming mechanics work here as well. Like, obviously, in this example right now, you can see all those servers, they have all those entities replicated. And it's a little bit wasteful because you have 3 servers, all need to replicate all those entities. And that's where streaming comes into play. I can turn on streaming here, and you will see that suddenly my purple server no longer has the red area streamed in. And the red server no longer has the purple area streamed in. So let's see what's happened when I drive my buggy backwards into that red, into the red zone. What happens on that purple server? And I just disappear. So right now, on this...
This is a very complicated system. I mean... I'm just sitting here and wondering, like, what will happen when, as he said at the beginning of the talk, that sometimes they may have like hundreds of thousands of entities. And if you're flying, let's say, a big spaceship, your cargo hold is full of boxes, you dropped a bunch of items in there, maybe there's a few other players in there, and you didn't transition that between 2 servers. Can you like spike the transition layer or the replication layer? Can you spike one of the servers where it suddenly is gonna get overwhelmed with the amount of things it has to handle, and that causes it to crash when you transition large amount of objects? That's what I'll be worrying about, because it's fair enough when we are seeing these relatively few number of objects be moved around, but how does it scale? Because we've seen that before. I think it was at 3.18, help me here, Hawks. 3.18, I think, was the patch that was running relatively smoothly on the EPTU, and everything was good and fine, and everybody was happy. And then all of a sudden, when it went live, the whole thing just didn't scale properly, some of the things they've implemented. I think there was that crash recovery? I can't remember. That was a thing they made there. And if Star Citizen right now doesn't crash when you spawn a lot of objects, cargo and such, it won't crash when transitioning. Yeah, okay, fair point. Yeah, I think, but there was some scaling issues. I think it was 318. And Hawks just confirmed it. But it was amazing on the EPTU. Great patch. Everybody loved it. And then as soon as they hit the live servers, everything just went completely haywire. It just didn't scale at all. I'm thinking we're just going to try to get off at whatever station comes next. So no matter where we are, we're getting off here. We are at the spaceport. Great. Let's get out of the city. It's funny, look at that in chat there. I was just looking at it. Whose Aurora is that in the new Babbage? So that means this is one of the servers we've been on like a million times now. It's the same server. So it's not the servers that are crashing, it's the actual client. I see people fleeing the city here. We're gonna try to do the same thing.
Welcome to the
Be
ASOC
sure to
vehicle
explore
retrieval
all
system.
new Babbage has to offer. Whether it's the latest in
Vehicles, your
technology
vehicle has been
or the
delivered.
beauty of our award-winning garden.
One Hand 77 says, gonna miss the streams when I move over to Cosmic Curiosity. Yeah, I to be honest, I think the thing I'm gonna miss the most is live streaming. Again, I'm not gonna make any promises, but if I were to come back in some capacity, it would likely be doing live streams. Because live streams are relatively low effort, as it doesn't require much preparation. I can usually, like, I sit usually an hour before the stream and just do a little bit of prep work before the stream. He'll be back. Yeah, maybe maybe live streaming. I'm not sure I'll be back making videos. But again, I'm not making promises, and I am going to be dedicating my time 100% in the beginning to Cosmic Curiosity, and we'll see how much I'm gonna miss live streaming once I get other things to do as well. Again, not making promises. It's fun. I think there's just something with that train here on New Babbage. That's what's causing the crashes. What's gonna happen to the D2A LED plaque? Yes, I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep it and keep it up. I mean, I don't know what else to do with it. Cosmic Curiosity videos is not. There's not going to be a lot of them that's going to be recorded from the studio here. I have other plans for that.
Thank you, and please visit again.
If we crash again, I can give you guys a little sneak peek. Okay, where should we go and get cargo? Should we try to just go up to the spaceport above? Because we can buy cargo there, I guess. There should be a cargo center. I think it's just the trains, because as soon as we left the trains, that's the only place we really had like a lot of issues. Has been with the trains. So let's try spaceport. Oh. Hey, Dongle. Did I miss a lot? Well, take a look at this crash counter. It's been a little unstable today. The first hour was pretty good. Then we got to do Babbage and we decided to go and do the trains, and then it wasn't really good anymore.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Look at that, we actually got ourselves a landing bay this time. That's an improvement. No, we pretty much, we logged in and we flew out to New Babbage. We played around with the tractor beam on the towers, but we haven't really had any cargo on board. And then we just crashed the desktop for 45 minutes, and now we finally made it out of New Babbage.
Landing gear deployed.
Yep. There we go, that's better. Nice and slow.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Engines on.
There we go. See, now it's fine. Let's see if we can find other ways to jinx it. It still has some issues with loading textures. You can see that? Like, that's very low. And the streaming in is also, like, look at the floor texture here.
Welcome to the ASOP. Please visit us again.
Okay.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Please visit us again.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do now, Dongle. We're just gonna go and buy some cargo here. Don't really care what it is. Anything, really. I assume you can buy cargo in the cargo center. Dongle, you do way more trading than I do, given that I do no trading. Where are the terminals down here? No, admin office. Really? Okay. Let's go to the admin office. It's so weird when the game is low poly. The only trading I've been doing has been either to TDDs or to no questions asked terminals. Admin office, admin office. I feel like this is the wrong way. Downstairs, okay. Admin office. Let's just buy... Well, that's some very expensive waste. Okay, so let's go and get the ship, and we're just gonna take it outside the station. We might have to go outside the armistice zone, so I'm not sure we're allowed to use... I mean, we should be allowed to use it inside the armistice zone. The tractor beam.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Your vehicle, please visit us again.
We should just confirm before we take off that, in fact... Look at that. Look at all that lovely cargo. Very nice. There we go, that's better. It wouldn't power on the first time. Yeah, we got different sizes containers and stuff. This should be fun. Look at the top of my HUD here.
You are clear to launch.
Okay, there we go.
You are clear to launch.
Take off, landing gear up. Do larger ships have sleeping quarters for crew and such? Yeah, absolutely. The ships are very livable and they're very believable in the way they've been designed, that you could actually live inside them. So most of them will actually have living quarters or places where you can go and sleep. I wish I could show you the 890 jump right now. It's a beautiful ship. But I don't have my 890 jump. Okay, we're just gonna boost full speed outside the armistice zone, and then we're gonna sit out there and play around with the tractor beam. Full speed ahead! There we go. Should get a better view of the cargo now that the power is on. Look at all that cargo. We have some of those boxes. We also have some of the big boxes below. Did they fill cargo up in here too? In the... Oh yeah, look at that. They put cargo boxes in the shielded hold too. We can't obviously get to those with the tractor beam. Yeah, I know, Dongle. I know. I just want to look at the cargo. Oh. There's a hole in my boat. Okay. So...
Welcome to Robert Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
Okay. So now I should be able to take... this. How do I bring it back? It's clearly not with the scroll wheel. Is it Alt plus mouse wheel? Okay. Yeah, okay. Alt plus mouse wheel. Look at that. That's actually nice. What happens if we take one of the bigger ones here? Come here. There's something with the aiming reticle. You can see here where it's aiming, but that's because where the tractor beam is located. Come on. You can see the tractor beam is located on the side of the turret, so the aiming is not... Oh, it can move ground vehicles? Really? So hold on, if we just clear some space in here. Can I push them out the back too? If I can get a hold of that box. I push them backwards. Alright, let's just clear some space so we can actually go, and we're gonna go and find ourselves a surface base and try to spawn a... So we get... come here. And away with you. This is, I like this. It seems to, I mean, so the plan is at some point you're gonna be able to just fully load our cargo holds manually, instead of it just randomly spawning. But if they do that, they're gonna need a lot more hangars than they have now, because it's gonna take some time, and we're gonna be able to sit in those hangars for a lot longer too. Oh. Oh. Ah. Crash. Okay. Update the crash counter. Let's try again.
This server, there's only Benoit replicated. And Benoit, if you come to me over in the red area, you will see that now on this server, there's no client at all. And in theory, we could now completely stream out the entire area on that server, or stream in a new area. And you will also see, as I drive back into the green area, I will magically reappear on that purple server. And this obviously works on the other side as well. Let's get a couple more player join. I have a couple more QA in the back, so you can just see the whole thing running at live. Running in live with a bit more things going on.
Oh, probably press that button first.
Let me get out of this buggy. And you will see on each server renderer which clients are currently replicated on those servers and which clients are actually authoritative on those servers. And you can see this, the green server, because it's the middle one, has most entities replicated. And then you can see this purple one at the moment only has one client replicated.
Oh, make that 19 now. Okay, I like the replication there. If that makes more stable and they can basically swap out the servers in place, that's pretty cool.
So yes, this is pretty much it.
Hold on, did one of the guys just shoot one of the plushies over the side?
Yeah.
Look at it down here. Yeah,
so yes, this is pretty much.
One of them fell over the side. Oh, we crashed again? Well, we're up to 20 now. Oh, not that many. Not yet. We'll get there. Let's try one more time to get in. I would really like to go down to the surface and then try to just take a surface vehicle, lift it up and put it in. Blop. Yeah, I have seen the Star. I was watching the Star Engine trailer here earlier. It's very nice. So I think one of the things, because you might think, why do we need tractor beams on ships when we have handheld tractor beams? And I think one of the things they're going to change is how heavy objects you can lift with the handheld, with the different sizes of tractor beams.
Welcome to Rocket Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
So I think you can see on this one, we can have max force is 1 meganewton, but if we leave and take the handheld, I would assume that's going to have less. Oh, they must be testing 30k protection too. that is, yeah, maybe. Because right now it's a lot faster to do this by hand. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to do this. There we go. Cargo hold is clear. Yeah, that's another thing. There seems to the collisioning between cargo containers seems to be a little bit better. They're not sparking and being all crazy as they used to. Okay, let's go and try to find. Oh, can I grab the big ones? Good question. Let's just test it. There should be a panel. Yes. I can grab the big ones. And move those around if I wish to. Let's go and try and grab a vehicle. That should be fun.
Welcome to Rocket Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
That one there should be good. Are there any of them in the daylight? Let's try that one. Not sure if that's in daylight. There's so much stuff. Who put all these containers here? So we're gonna have to park really close to the pads, or I guess we can just drive the vehicle over there. Some litterbug. Oh well, we should have. Oh, there we go. We should have put them in a decaying orbit so that they will eventually fall down and burn up in the atmosphere. We were just taking out the trash, putting it in space, I guess. Alright, we're heading into the dark here. This is gonna be fun. Let's get up. Come on. Hold on. Need to keep the quantum drive open so we can actually see what we're doing. Lower the speed limiter a bit. Still good. We're still 7 kilometers up. How's the stability of the PU? Does it crash this much? No. I mean, sometimes CIG managed to get a patch on the PU that's super unstable, but it's been a while since I've had any crashes on the PU. But the PU servers are a lot more stable. So again, don't look at the stability of this. Again, as we talked about at the beginning of the live stream, we are on the EPTU. So basically, this is like the PU servers are very early. Are the live servers, but then you have the PTU, which is the stage just before PTU. Oh, sorry, the PTU is the servers just before PU, and EPTU is the stage before PTU. Okay, we can shut that off and put our lights on. That doesn't help much. Can we spot the pads somewhere? Oh, now the light is on. Other people are here. They're over there. I see them.
Landing gear deployed. Landing complete. Takeoff complete.
Okay, I think we're good.
Landing complete.
Okay, what should we spawn?
To the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
A hover quad, a PTV, STV. Oh, Lux. I'm not sure if I have. Oh, I have a. Wait, that's probably a bit too large, but let's try.
Please visit us again. Goodbye. Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system. Your vehicle has been. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Okay, let's try to see if we can get this thing on the boat here. So we should have a range of 150 meters, so we should be within range, I think. Where's my button for cargo? Okay, we'll do it from the inside then. Is it all the way in the back? We're just gonna do it inside. Let's get out of this cold. Very odd. Oh. Now we just need to go and close the elevator. So that's not in the way. Okay, so if this works, we should now be able to just take that rover. Oh. What the hell? Hello, little rover, come with me. No, come here. Little closer. Yeah, that's fine. This is fine. And now, gently. Gently. No, come on. I'll make you fit. Yes. 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 Up you go. And we got ourselves a rover with room to spare, even. We've got plenty of room in here. We could fit at least another one. Like a glove, exactly, Dunkel. It is a big boat. Oh, car, I guess. Let's try to unload it again. Can you drive by and pick it up while someone is driving it? I don't think so. I think if the shields are on, we're not going to be able to move it. Oh, just a scratch. Come here. Offloaded. Maybe I'll just put it out of the way so that it's not in the way of the elevator. Put you down there. So I think, let's just test that actually. If the shields are on, we should not be able to move it. It should be, well, shielded, if you will. Just yeeting a rover. That should be a new sport. Rover yeeting. How far can you yeet a rover? Daylight is also coming here. That's nice. Look at that. So,
Welcome to Robert Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
so here we can now see the shields are at 100%, as they should be. Yeah, so see? Now we can't take it because shields are on. So that means as long as your shields are up, you're safe. about to die of thirst here. Just take this thing for a quick spin before we Aurora or Pisces, I guess, yeah. So hold on, if I turn off the shields. So now I just turned off the shields. It's still drivable, but my shields are off. So that should mean now I should still be able to move it, even though it's technically turned on. So now I should be able to snatch people driving around in it. We can try to go up to bigger items in a bit. Let's try with like a small ship. Stungle said like a Pisces or something. And up, and see if we can catch it. We catch it, and up, and catch it, and up, and catch, and up, and catch it. Hey, look! Can you juggle a rover? Okay, you guys ready? Throw it into the Vanguard. Let's see if we can actually make it all the way over there. Nope. The game said no. Not allowed to do that. So we're gonna go here, here, and 21 crashes to desktop. Halfway to 42. Yeah, you're right. Hey, let's see, we are lucky. At least we didn't crash in the launcher this time. Calvin still feeling pretty good about your guess of 42 crashes? what did they do to my rover?
Landing complete. Take off complete. Landing complete.
Something's not right with this ship. Oh, I have an idea. I have an idea. Hold on. Let's close this. Let's go and sport a ship. Try to see if we can move that around. Oh, hold on. Someone arrived here. Hello. I mean, for all we know, they might be crashing to desktop as well. Oh, hello. Oh, he's spawning vehicles too. Does that thing have a shield? He's probably gonna try to drive it into his...
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
Pisces, I think, is some of the biggest we can spawn here. 100i.
Please visit us again.
I think 100i might be the biggest ship we can spawn.
To the ASOC vehicle retrieval system. Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has please visit us again.
Boom, there's a 100i. Yeah, so he drove that in there. Question is, did he turn it off? Did he turn that thing off? That's exactly what I have in mind, Kelvin. Oh, he's going in. He's spawning more vehicles. Yes. Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Welcome to Rocket Space Industries.
Okay, we need to have very precise movements here.
Check.
If I go down to lower turret, I should be able to see it from here. Oh, we're not gonna steal it. We're just gonna put it on top of a building or something. No. He left it on. Oh. Is he inside? Can I still rotate it? Yes, I can. Oh, way much.
Thank you, and please visit again.
No, we gotta put his his mule down again. There you go. Well, is he inside it? Oh, he is. I think he must have crashed. He is inside it. Hello! Oh, no. Oh, my 100i is falling off the roof. Let's move this over here. Oh no, one of the wheels fell off. Target shielded, it even says here. Target is shielded. Volume exceeded. Okay, so that ship is too big. We can't move the... Mass exceeded. Okay, so we can't move the planet either. This guy must have crashed to desktop, I think. Did I knock him out? He is sitting rather low in the seat. Move it into his Corsair, yeah. Just so that if he actually crashed to desktop, he's gonna be super confused on how this thing got moved. And... Oh. 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 Oh, come here. There we go. That's better. This takes some getting used to. There we go. Very nice. He came back. Oh, no, now we crashed. Okay. That should be enough shenanigans for now. We managed to help the guy out in the end. I had a bit of fun with him in the process. But I think I'm gonna call it for tonight. That was hilarious. Despite the extreme amount of crashes when we were in the metro loop, it's actually quite fun at the end. So there's gonna be a live stream next week. I don't know exactly what it's going to be. What date is it next week? It's the 14th. So we are technically still, hold on, just check the calendar. I'm just considering if we have a opportunity to do a a Pyro stream next week or what's gonna happen. Let me just check here. Checking the dates. So on the 14th, no. The last one listed is the 11th, no, the 10th. Oh well. So I'll figure out what to do next week. Maybe we're going to be playing Star Citizen. Maybe we're going to be playing something else. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But there's going to be a live stream again next week. I hope I'll see a lot of you guys there. And again, in case you don't know, after New Year's, I'm going to be starting up on my space and astrophotography channel called Cosmic Curiosity. Go check it out. Again, it hasn't been posted there for quite a few years, but I'm going to be starting up. So if you haven't checked out Cosmic Curiosity, go and do that as well. And of course, also if you enjoyed this live stream here, give it a like, and maybe I'll see you on Discord. I'll be hanging out over there for just a bit after the live stream. So if you want to come and say hi, then I will be over there. It is at discord.d2a.com. Okay, thanks for watching, and also next time, I'll see you guys in space.